Hallo, salam alaikum, warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Willkommen in der SeedysShow, liebe Zuschauer, Zuschauerinnen in Oldenburg und auch außer Oldenburg. Mein Name ist Sidi Serkan und herzlich willkommen in unserer Diskussion heute. Und meine Gäste des Tages sind Finia und Adama. Aber die werden auf jeden Fall für die Zuschauer auch ein bisschen vorstellen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SeedysShow. Today I have two guests here in Oldenburg. Adama, a student from Ukraine who flee the war to Germany here in Oldenburg. And we have Finia, who is an activist, and she will be here today to support us to translate what Adama is going to explain in English. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome again, Adama Bojang, right?
Yeah.
Bojang, welcome to SeedysShow.
Thank you.
First of all, before I go further again, Finia, welcome to SeedysShow. Nachname nochmal? Hoed, hè? Finia Hoed. Welcome in the SeedysShow.
Thank you.
Thank you, gerne. Yeah, so I'm happy to have you here today, Adama.
Thank you.
And today our discussion is going to be everything we want to know about Ukraine. But it's going to be, let's say, our focus is going to be to black people. This is something that it's very important for us to bring along. I know it's really something that people have been talking about. In the social media, it has gone viral that black people face racial discrimination in Ukraine during the war, where people need to be kind to each other. But I'm going to come to you. You can explain to us the whole situation for you and how you make it to Germany in that condition. But before we go there first, you can introduce yourself to the Sushawa, to our viewers, and who you are and what have you been doing in Ukraine?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Adama Bojang. I'm originally from Gambia, but I was a student in Ukraine, a fourth-year student, business management. So yes, this what happened, a situation in Ukraine was very, very tense, and everything was so like real, what you see on the TVs and everything, that's exactly how it was happening there.
Everything we saw, like people want to get into the train and to come over, it's all real.
It's all real. Like, I witnessed some real fact that you cannot even like imagine that it will happen in real life. Like, you will not believe it except someone explaining to you what's happening exactly.
Thank you. This is something that's going to blow up people's mind today, and I'm very happy to be here and to listen to you, someone who faces this, in real life. Finia, es kommst du hier. Adama hat was erzählt, also auf Deutsch ist das. Adama Bojang aus Gambia, aber du kannst auch für uns ein bisschen übersetzen, wenn du kannst, was Adama hier gerade erzählt.
Ja, kann ich machen. Also jetzt,
ja, genau.
Über ihn nochmal. Ja. Genau, also Adam hat gerade noch erzählt, dass er aus Gambia kommt und für 4 Jahre jetzt in der Ukraine gelebt hat, weil er da Business Management studiert hat. Genau, und er hat auf jeden Fall direkt am Anfang schon deutlich gemacht, dass alles das, was wir gerade in den Medien sehen, in Wirklichkeit passiert und dass es aber super schwer ist, sich überhaupt vorzustellen, was gerade passiert, ohne wirklich dabei gewesen zu sein oder es von jemandem zu hören, der oder die dabei gewesen ist.
Dankeschön, Finia. So, guys, liebe Zuschauer, wir wollen, dass ihr das noch ein bisschen Überblick kriegt, was Adama erzählt. Und erstmal kommt es zu Finia. Finia, kannst du uns ein bisschen erzählen, was du machst jetzt gerade? Ja, wer ist Finia? Gut.
Genau, ja, ich bin Finia, ich bin 23 und studiere gerade Soziale Arbeit. Genau, und ansonsten engagiere ich mich hier gerade in Oldenburg in verschiedenen Gruppen, genau, setze mich für unterschiedliche Menschen ein und ja.
Wunderbar, dann bist du in der richtigen Platz heute. Yeah, so Adama, we're going to continue there, but before we go to this situation, first of all, Adama, where were you when you decided to flee Ukraine, and how was it like for you to flee, to come to Germany? How did you come to the decision?
Okay, to be honest, like, it was very unexpected, the situation, the war situation and everything, because few weeks, like 2 weeks before the actual war, which took place on the 24th of February. They announced it like 2 weeks before that there is going to be a war in Ukraine.
In Ukraine,
yes.
In the Ukrainian TV?
Yes, not on Ukrainian TV, but social media. You saw a lot of things like they are saying that Russia is coming to attack Ukraine. But how the things happen is nobody believed that it's actually going to happen. Because even us, like many people, we normally have discussion about how it's going to be and things like that. Because what I hear is 2014, things like this happened between Ukraine and Russia. So it was not like the first time to happen. But this one, at this extent that we are in, it is super dangerous last time. So what happened is the time the problem was about to happen, even me and my friends, we are having this discussion. I have friends who went back to Gambia, I can say, or any other part of Africa just for their own safety. But for us, how the situation and why still I was in Ukraine or till the war met me there is, I personally did not believe that it's going to happen. So on the 23rd, I was with my friends. Then the war actually started on the 25th. So on the 25th, as I said, I'm a student in Ukraine. Also, I'm like doing part-time work. So I went to work. From work, I received a call from my mom. It was approximately 5 p.m. Ukrainian time. So I was on my way home. My mom called me. He was like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I just finished work. I'm going back to home." She was like, "Okay, they announced on TV that there is a war in Ukraine."
You people in Ukraine, you were not informed about it.
I was living in the city, like Kiev. Like the war does not start at Kiev itself. It started from these regions, small regions. So when my mom told me this, I was like, no, like I'm in the capital and I can't hear anything here. Everything is calm. Everyone is working as normal. So I was like, okay, like I tried to take car from there to go home. But before I reached Adama place, my friend called me, like, it's not safe. They announced it on the TV that there is a war, so it's better you pass by to my side.
And we go together.
Yes, because his side was closer from where I was at that moment. So I passed by to my friend's house. I was there the whole night. Till 12 a.m. at night, the things started getting worse. Not in Kyiv, but in the regions near Kyiv. So we were watching on TVs, we are seeing people at that 24 trying to evacuate
the place
to save their life.
So you think about yourself as someone who is, like say, a stranger in the country. What would
exactly. You don't know anyone. Okay, I can say I know people there, but at that moment it is not my country. And Ukraine is a place that I can say for any foreigners, it's not that 100% safe for you to walk around individually, like you personal to walk around.
Oh, why?
Okay, because like there are things that you normally hear people like, not only black people, but foreigners in general who are not Ukrainians, they have been treated very, very badly. You can get attacked on the way, walking alone. Of course. You can have been in a very bad situation where nobody knows what will happen. In the following day, they will just saw you on the street
and do anything they want to do.
And nothing will happen.
What about the police? No police?
Okay, there are police. As you know, anywhere you are in the world, there are good people, there are bad people. But in general, if you want to say it, I can say their government system or the police system is very, very lag behind, according to the way they treat foreigners.
Yes. Let's go back to, machen wir dann ein bisschen Übersetzung. Finja, kannst du ein bisschen was Adama hat dir erzählen, also ein bisschen Surai?
Ja, genau, also was Adama gerade erzählt hat, ist, dass so 2 Wochen bevor der Krieg in der Ukraine begonnen hat, eigentlich, also es kam schon in den sozialen Medien, wurde schon über das Thema berichtet, aber die meisten Menschen haben es noch nicht so wirklich wahrgenommen, weil einfach immer wieder Konflikte zwischen der Ukraine und Russland waren. Es gab schon vereinzelt Menschen, die in anderen Ländern geboren worden sind, die dann zurück in ihre Heimatländer gegangen sind, aber das waren eher Einzelfälle. Genau, und an dem Tag, als der Krieg dann ausgebrochen ist, war Adama gerade auf der Arbeit und wollte dann zurück in seine Wohnung gehen. Er wohnt in Kiew, also in der Hauptstadt, und hat dann einen Anruf bekommen von seiner Mutter, die nicht in der Ukraine lebt, die ihm aber gesagt hat, wo bist du? Und sich Sorgen gemacht hat, weil sie ihm gehört hat, der Krieg hat begonnen in der Ukraine. Und daraufhin hat er sich dann auf den Weg gemacht zu einem guten Freund, weil er eben näher an der Arbeitsstelle gewohnt hat und das so der nächste Platz war, den er erreichen konnte. Und von da haben sie halt erstmal einfach abgewartet, was jetzt überhaupt passiert, bis in die Nacht hinein und irgendwie versucht, sozialen Medien zu verfolgen. Genau, und was er gerade noch schockierenderweise am Ende erzählt hat, ist die Situation, dass es eben zusätzlich zu dem Krieg auch noch auch schon bevor der Krieg überhaupt ausgebrochen ist, eher gefährlich war für Menschen, die nicht in der Ukraine geboren worden sind, auf die Straße zu gehen oder sich alleine fortzubewegen, weil einfach immer wieder, also er hat von Attacken gesprochen, also er wurde, oder nicht er, aber es wurde immer wieder davon berichtet, dass Menschen, die eben nicht in der Ukraine geboren worden sind, attackiert worden sind und das Polizeisystem einfach noch leider ein bisschen hinterher ist und es dann nicht so viel Hilfe gibt. Natürlich gibt es immer, also es hat er auch betont, es gibt immer gute und es gibt schlechte Menschen, wie überall auf der Welt, aber das ist natürlich noch ein zusätzliches Problem.
Ja, Dankeschön, Finia. Adama, we have seen, thank you so very much for that explanation, that beautiful translation. We have seen so many videos on social media. Sometimes it's, it's always, we have to be very careful what we saw on social media, if it's real or, it's fake, because there's a lot of fake, videos and, pictures on social media. But you sitting here explain to us in your own experience what you've seen. I mean, I don't think nobody would say I don't believe him. If that would be, I don't know. So you telling me being in Ukraine, your decision was very prompt before you flee Ukraine with your friend. And the experience you built up, like this racism and discrimination in Ukraine, is unbelievable. We have heard about it, but you telling us make us believe it. At the same time, let's just go. Now, that was before the war. That people, let's say strangers in Ukraine face those discrimination. They can be beaten, they can be, discriminated, whatever in the society, in the street. But let's say now, during the war time, you were trying to flee the war. And there are people who are evacuating the country, the Ukrainians, or let's say migrants who are living in Ukraine, students. Tell us, how was it for you when you decided you and your friend would flee the country? How was it for you at first? What were the difficulties? Because I started, I got messages from you and 3 other students from Ukraine, from my social media, that you need help, you need advice, you were confused because you want to flee Ukraine, but it's hard for you as black people. That was like, I didn't know what to do as a black person living in Germany and you people are in Ukraine. But at the same time, you are like, okay, we need help. But tell us a story about the whole thing. How was it for you guys as black people fleeing in Ukraine to come to Germany?
Honestly, it was like very, very difficult. Like not for only me, but for all foreigners who have been in Ukraine at this time of the war. Because as I told you, when the war started on the 24th, I personally left Kyiv on the 25th. So on the 25th, this early morning, I slept at my friend's place. Can you imagine, from work? I didn't even
go to your place.
Go to my place.
Yeah.
Like the things I took from work, those are the same things I crossed the border. I was on the way from the 25th till on the 28th to be able to cross. So what happened is, when we wake up in the morning, because there was older 2 Gambians, there are ladies who were in Kyiv, the same city. So when I wake up, I try to call them to check on them, what they are doing and everything. So they were also trying to go to the border for them to be able to go to a safety zone.
To cross, yeah.
So me knowing that they are ladies, it's gonna be difficult for them to walk alone, or two of them. So I tried to call a taxi, me and my friend. We went to pick them up. Then from there, we went to the main train station. The main train station, because we had an information that there is a buses or trains that are taking people for free. That's what we had before we go to this train station. But by arriving at the train station, the things were totally different. What I mean is, they were trying to put Ukrainians first inside the train. When you come as a foreigner, they will tell you you have to wait first here on a queue. Then they will try to put all the Ukrainians inside. When there is a space, they used to put like few foreigners for the train to be able to take off. So we are there for approximately 5 to 6 hours. Nothing works, no results. Then I told them it's better for us to move to another border. So from Kiev train station, we took a taxi from there to Lviv train station. Lviv is also a big city in Ukraine, but at that moment there was no problem there. There was nothing like no sign of war. Also, it's a border to Poland. So then from the capital city Kyiv to go to Lviv, can you imagine we paid the taxi driver like $1,000 because of this situation. And he's even a Ukrainian. Like, can you imagine the war is happening, everyone is there, your whole country is being like destroyed, people are trying to escape, and that was the time to even spend money was like very, very expensive. Okay, from there we paid the taxi $1,000 to the border. We were at the border in Poland approximately 7 to 8 hours. Me and that other two girls with one of my friends. What happened is the time we arrived in the border, from Kyiv to the Lviv train station, from the train station to the border is also another like long journey. There was no car going there at all.
So you have to walk?
So we have to walk from the train station in Lviv to the border.
How many hours?
We walk approximately 6 hours.
What?
Yeah, what happened is, I can say for us, we are even lucky because we did not start walking from the train station, because there was a car who is also picking people to take them to the border. But the car can't arrive at the border because there was also thousands of cars on the way.
Standing on the way.
So the cars, they will just pick you anywhere they can stop. They drop you there and you start your journey for yourself.
Well, before we continue, this is this is really interesting. I know we have so many short time, 30 minutes. So we're gonna come to you're gonna summarize short of how you get it into Germany and how was it. Very short.
No problem.
I'll go to Senior, just summarize it very short. How was it for you? Like, because he said he flew, they were trying to evacuate. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it.
Ja. Meinte, dass es super schwierig war, irgendwie aus dem Land zu kommen. Er hat anfangs direkt 2 Freundinnen kontaktiert, die eben auch nicht in der Ukraine geboren worden sind, aber halt gute Freundinnen von ihm sind, und hat dann mit einem anderen Freund beschlossen, zu viert eben aus dem Land zu fliehen. Was heißt beschlossen? Sie mussten aus dem Land fliehen. Genau, und sind dann in der Hauptstadt, da gab's eine Zugstation, und dieser Zug sollte eben Leute aus dem Land herausbringen, über die polnische Grenze. Aber dort angekommen haben sie eben realisiert, dass nur Menschen aufgenommen werden in diesem Zug, die auch in der Ukraine geboren worden sind. Das heißt, sie hatten keine Chance, keiner von diesen 4 Menschen hatte eine Chance, in diesen Zug reinzukommen, und das hat wahrscheinlich auch noch viele andere betroffen. Also sind sie dann zu einer anderen großen Stadt in der Ukraine gefahren, und dafür mussten sie ein Taxi bezahlen auch noch, und haben dafür fast $1.000 umgerechnet bezahlt für diesen Weg, alleine um halt in diese andere Hauptstadt oder in diese andere große Stadt zu kommen. Und dort angekommen konnte das Taxi dann aber nicht weiter, weil so viel Chaos war. Und deshalb haben sie dann im Endeffekt nochmal 6 Stunden gebraucht, um überhaupt zu diesem Grenzübergang zu kommen.
Boah, Finja. Finja, an deiner Stelle als Aktivistin wollte ich fragen, du hast noch ein paar Videos gesehen, also was in Ukraine passiert ist.
Ja.
Und in deiner Stelle, was würdest du sagen, ergänzen dazu, was er jetzt gerade erzählt?
Ich finde es einfach schockierend, das zu hören. Ich finde, es ist nochmal was komplett anderes, Videos darüber zu sehen und es wirklich von einer Person live zu hören, dass es wirklich so passiert ist. Ich finde, es sind nochmal 2 komplett unterschiedliche Dinge. Und ich finde, wir müssen uns einfach mal bewusst machen, dass Menschen, mich hat es zum Beispiel total schockiert mit dem, dass sie so viel Geld zahlen mussten, um überhaupt in eine andere Stadt zu kommen. Es ist, finde ich, total schrecklich, dass Menschen aus so einer Situation noch irgendwie versuchen, Geld zu machen, weil ich finde, Geld sollte da einfach keine Rolle spielen, sondern der Mensch selbst sollte im Vordergrund stehen. Und ich glaube, über den Vorfall, dass nur Menschen erstmal mitgenommen werden mit diesem Zug, der aus der Hauptstadt fährt, die in der Ukraine geboren worden sind, das kann ich mal so stehen lassen. Das ist einfach schrecklich.
Es gibt Menschen, die das nicht glauben.
Ja.
Ich habe einmal ein Video geschickt, einmal auf Instagram gepostet. Hat mir jemand geschrieben, das sollte ich nicht posten, weil das schickt ein falsches Signal an Ukraine. Also ganz ehrlich, alle Krieg sind einfach evil.
Ja.
All wars are evil. We all know that. And nobody is for war.
Ja.
But at the same time müssen wir auch reden. Wenn was falsch ist, dann müssen wir sagen.
Richtig.
The reality is, we all are human beings. Wir sind alle Menschen. And if anybody do wrong, or you believe that you are, no matter what, you are better than any other person, you belong to the group of Satan. You are einfach unglaublich. Du musst einfach das informieren.
Ja.
Das geht gar nichts.
Und ich glaube, gerade deshalb ist es wichtig, dass wir solche Videos teilen und das überall verbreiten, damit einfach viel mehr Menschen darüber Bescheid wissen. Weil ich glaube, es ist ein großes Problem, dass einfach zu wenig Menschen überhaupt wissen, was gerade in der Ukraine passiert und was passiert ist, aber was auch gerade in den einzelnen Ländern, in denen geflüchtete Menschen ankommen, passiert.
Ist wahr.
Ja.
We are against the war in Ukraine, but we are also against any discrimination against any kind of human being.
Ja.
That's it. Punkt.
Ja.
And I will never sit and see people being discriminated. Ist egal ob Deutsche oder Ausländer oder egal was.
We are all human.
We are human beings. Thank you. For that being the case, brother, I just don't want to waste time because we don't have much time. So my question will be, I heard that, in fact, there are people that they give God and black people or Ausländer tell you don't need to leave, you need to fight and stay there and fight, and they can give you a Ukrainian state. I don't know. Can you give us a short brief about that? Is that true?
Yeah, I was an eyewitness to that. So how it happened is, by arriving at the border in Lviv, I met thousands of people there, foreigners trying to escape, go to a safe zone. So when I arrived there, I met one of my friends. I was asking him how long he's been there. He told me he's been there for the last 4 hours. And he was alone. Can you imagine a guy like trying to go alone, can't go because of a lot of people and the security. And what these Ukrainian soldiers did is, it's not like they stop at the same border with Poland, but before you have Poland border, you have Ukrainian border. Sorry. And so before the Ukrainian border, they also make their own border. So this is where they have to let you to go inside to pass their border, then you can have Polish border. So at that border, how it happened is there was thousands of people there, right, trying to go. There were also like a lot of soldiers there with their guns. So as a black person or as a foreigner, they are not allowing you to go. But immediately they saw a white person, a Ukrainian, they will let them to pass.
Why do you think they don't want you to go?
Okay, I think they were trying to involve people to fight for them because they were having like this big truck full of guns that if anyone is interested to fight for Ukraine, they can give you a gun and a uniform for you to be able to join them. I saw a guy, I'm not sure exactly which country he's from, but he's a black person. he volunteered that, yeah, he's ready to fight for Ukraine. They give him the gun, they give him the suits. And
I heard about this. I was shocked. I know that really, if people do it voluntarily, it's okay. Because everybody have his, that's the point there. But like telling people that you have to fight for my country is another get shocked. But what is important is that we're saying it, I'm just trying to bring this back because I want people to know that there are things that are real, things that we see are happening. People need to be informed and know that there are things that are really happening, you know? So, I don't know what to say. Finja, willst du was da erzählen?
Ich würde es noch mal einmal kurz übersetzen für die kein Englisch sprechen. Also ganz kurz gesagt, es ist eben wirklich wahr, dass Leute, also Soldatinnen an den Grenzen Menschen abfangen, vor allen Dingen People of Color abfangen und sie eben dazu überzeugen oder überreden, Waffen in die Hand zu nehmen und für die Ukraine zu kämpfen. Und wir haben gerade halt darüber gesprochen, dass es in Ordnung ist, wenn sich ein Mensch dazu aus freiem Willen dazu entscheidet, aber es eben nicht in Ordnung ist, Menschen in einer Notsituation abzufangen und eben gezielt vor allen Dingen eben People of Color an den Grenzen abzufangen und ihnen zu sagen, hey, du musst jetzt für die Ukraine kämpfen, aber weiße Menschen dürfen die Grenze einfach so überqueren und das ist einfach nicht in Ordnung.
It's nicht in Ordnung.
Ja, genau. Aber das ist auch zum Beispiel was, wo ich finde, was hier viel zu wenig breitgetreten wird. Also ich habe Menschen darüber ganz wenig sprechen hören, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Und ich finde, auch darüber sollten Menschen viel mehr Bescheid wissen, weil es einfach wichtig ist. Ja.
Es ist so. Also ganz ehrlich zu sagen, ich glaube, das Krieg in Ukraine hat uns viele Leute also bewusst weiß, das was jetzt wichtig also im Leben als Mensch zu sein. I think I have seen wars in Palestine. I've seen wars in so many countries. There are so many things that are happening in our world. If we all come together, support each other, love each other, care about each other, I think this world, there will be a slim war, slim problem in this world. But what I've seen, the reaction that I've seen during this war in Ukraine, I've never and ever seen it in my life. So I don't know what is the reason. I don't know if it's because like they say it in the media, the journalists, in fact, I have seen journalists who are saying these are not third country, these are blue-eye, blondie and European educated people. That's where war is. I mean, these are things that are shocking me as a black person, as a human being, because I am against war in Ukraine, but I'm against discrimination to any fact, in any way. And such things happening, we have to come together as black, white, blue, green, to make this world as a better place for everyone. So therefore, this is why I give a flow to people to come out and share their voice and their mindset, their belief, their opinion in a place like this. Because if we don't speak, then I don't think these things can change. So,
honestly, being a black person in Ukraine is super, super dangerous. Like when I say super dangerous, what I mean, like you can get attacked or involved in problems that like are very, very minor things, and they can take a very big step because like you are just a black. I have a friend who was like a very, very close to me. They took him to go and organize for a party. This was a party at like, it was a beach. It was very, very famous place called Odessa in Ukraine. From that day, he left our place, the hostel we are living. Till today, no one knows anything about it.
I heard this story. I got a message.
We know the person, the people he went with for the swimming, for the party. And anyone you ask, they were like, they don't see him.
They don't hear from him anymore.
They don't hear from him anymore. The family back home, they don't know anything. The police can't do anything about it. Yeah. Anytime we go there, we've been protesting. Anytime we go there, they are going to telling us that we have been doing our investigation, nothing happened.
Finja has the first time.
Ja, was er gesagt hat, ist, dass es einfach als schwarze Person super gefährlich sein kann, in der Ukraine zu leben. Er hat es in seinem eigenen Freundeskreis, also Adama hat es in seinem eigenen Freundeskreis erfahren müssen. Dann ein Freund von ihm ist auf eine Party gegangen zum Strand und ist nie wieder aufgetaucht. Und alle Freunde, alle Bekannte, die haben die Polizei gefragt, überall nachgefragt, aber keiner kann Antworten geben. Und ja, kein Mensch weiß, wo er abgeblieben ist.
That's very sad about to hear that, and I hope that my brothers and sisters down there in Ukraine are safe, and I hope that this war could be over soon as possible. I hope that we can all get our life back again, because this war has it plays a very, negative impact in all of us in our life right now. And brother, therefore, I'm going to ask you, you came to Germany, and how is it for you when you came to Germany? And what are your experience? How do you feel here in Oldenburg? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
To be honest, it felt like amazing in a way that thinking about you can lose your life at any second in Ukraine, at any minute, anything can happen. So currently in Germany, I feel like relief. I feel more like right now I need to focus and know what I want in life, because as I told you, I'm a student in Ukraine, a fourth-year student. I'm supposed to finish my education this coming June, which is 2020. So because of the situation, everything is stopped at the moment. We are not getting any feedback from our university or anything. So being in Germany here for now, like, it's just normal for me, trying to find out the opportunities, what I want to do, because I really want to continue my education. So I'm trying to check for universities, talk to many people as I can to find more information about Germany.
Do you think Germany could be a country that you would love to stay and study?
Yeah, surely. Because I feel like anywhere you are, it depends on the person if you want to focus in your life or not. Because as many people used to say, you can go to Germany and mess up your life if you are not concentrated. But I see people like you that I have been following on the social media for a long time. You also from Africa. So you are focused, that's why you are where you are right now. What I mean is, anything you want to do, if you put your 100% concentration on it, I feel like it can be a good outcome for you.
Thank you. That's a compliment. I will take it. Thank you. But I think you are focused, and that is for everybody, not just black, but everyone. If you don't have focus in anything you do, then there is a problem. So I think purpose is always one of the most important things in our life. We don't want to waste time. Chichi, was willst du darüber sagen? Erstmal, der meinte, dass er ist jetzt oft einen Abend hier willkommen und er fühlt sich wohl hier. Und quasi jetzt wollte er auch gerne deine Studien hier weiter studieren, glaube ich. Und davor, er wollte nur gucken, was ist seine Chancen hier zu bleiben und zu studieren. Aber Deutschland ist ein gutes Land, wo er glaubt, er kann auch sehr gut wohl hier bleiben. Ne? I can tell you one thing. This country is a good country, and I will not say you will not face discrimination, racism here. Of course, there is a lot of discrimination and racism here in this country. I think you experienced one day when I went with you in the club, you see, wo war das denn? Das war Appen. Can you explain that in Germany before we close over? Before we go in, you can say that last minute. How is the experience for you when we talk about discrimination and racism? Because I know you were shocked on that day when people say Germany, there is human right is very, I don't know. So I don't know. Finia, Erstmal, was würdest du sagen über Adama und deine ganze Situation, bevor wir erstmal ein Ende sein? Before we end the discussion, or before we go to the last topic about discrimination in Germany, what would you like to say about the whole situation, Adama and his friends who are coming to Germany as black people?
Also, was ich jetzt persönlich denke.
Yeah.
Also ich freue mich erstmal, dass Adama sich hier wohlfühlt und dass er sich gut aufgenommen fühlt. Das auf jeden Fall. Ich finde allerdings, mir fällt immer mehr auf, dass die einzelnen Kommunen und Städte einfach noch mehr machen sollten, weil mir einfach wieder mal auffällt, dass einfach Unterschiede gemacht werden zwischen Menschen. Und ich verstehe es nicht. Also ich verstehe nicht, warum wir Unterschiede darin machen müssen, wo Menschen geboren worden sind. Menschen, die jetzt zum Beispiel gerade auf den Krieg in der Ukraine bezogen, Menschen fliehen alle aus demselben Grund und das ist Krieg und ich weiß nicht, warum wir Unterschiede machen müssen. Ja. Das spiegelt sich zum einen darin wider, dass ich mitbekommen habe, dass die meisten Menschen, die eben nicht in der Ukraine geboren worden sind und jetzt hier in Deutschland ihre Aufenthaltsgenehmigung beantragen, kriegen halt erstmal 3 Monate. Leute, die aber in der Ukraine geboren worden sind, kriegen 1 Jahr. Und ich frage mich, warum. Das ist der gleiche Grund, warum sie hier sind. Und das erschwert ja nur noch mal die Situation. Schön. Und auch die psychische Belastung ist ja noch mal viel größer, weil das löst ja noch mal mehr Stress aus. Und ich glaube, wir sollten einfach jetzt darauf achten, allen Menschen, die hier jetzt gerade ankommen und auch egal aus welchem Krieg sie fliehen oder aus welchem Grund sie gerade hier ankommen, den Menschen eine gleiche Chance bieten, zu studieren zu können, zur Schule gehen zu können oder ihre Arbeit weiter aufnehmen zu können. Ja. Dankeschön.
Das stimmt, Finja. Genauso, also will ich auch dazu sagen, ist so, also die sollen alles, also das muss bleiben, also auf jeden Fall, die sollen auch Bleiberechte haben, die sollen hier bleiben. Wenn die auch weiter hier studieren wollen, dann da sollte erst Chance die sollen die Chance jetzt zu haben. Und davor, ich hoffe, dass die auch noch die Chance zu haben, auch 1 Jahr also Aufenthaltserlaubnis zu haben. We hope the best that you guys get what you want here, and let's hope here we are in a bureaucratic country, things are complicated than Ukraine, my friend. But you're gonna get through it, you know. First of all, last thing to say, because we have no more time, please, you came to Germany. As I'm talking to you, Adama and I, first of all, when Adama came here, Adama and I, we stayed together because we're still waiting for the state to give Adama his place to apartment and everything. So for now, he is with me at my place. So we went out for him to free his mind, because Adama ganze Zeit hatte er viel Stress. Der meinte, City, können wir draußen gehen und was machen? Dann haben wir auch gesagt, okay, dann wir gehen also einfach ein bisschen, also vielleicht ein Club und so. I went with Adama. Trust me, to a club that I've never been to. Somebody told me, you can go there, it's open. Ich weiß nicht, ist ein Dorf, ist a small village. More than 200 people can go into this club. Adama, tell us what happened to this place.
Yeah, it was a bad experience. For the first time, you know, trying to have at least some fun after all that situation in Ukraine. So we went to the club. What happened is there was a lot of people on the line. So yeah, as a normal person, we also lined to follow the queue. We went up to, for us, there is like 4 people between us and where they normally buy ticket. So before my friend who is in front of me, before he even approached the table to buy ticket, there was one security who came. It was 3 of us with you, but you were not there at that moment. With one German, he's a German. So they were like, they pushed us aside, like 3 of us.
What did he do? He just count you guys like this?
Yeah, he was like, the security guy was like 1, 2, 3.
3, come out.
Yeah.
Just go like this.
So then we stepped outside. When we stepped outside, then the girl we were with, she was like, what's up? What's happened? Why you just separate them from the other group? The security was like, we were not allowed to enter.
Because?
Like, I don't understand what they are saying, but he was trying to push my friend, not even wanting him to talk to him. Yeah. So then the girl we are with, she was trying to explain to him, they are my friends, we just came to party. the security was like only one person is allowed to enter with the girl, so the others have to leave. And the funniest thing is they cannot even give us any genuine reason to say this is the reason why you cannot go. You cannot enter.
Adama, the reason is clear. Because what genuine reason? They told me when I come back, they told me because we are black and we are 3 in numbers together, we cannot get into the club.
Yeah.
That's totally a reason, which means racial profiling, racial discrimination. It's just unbelievable what is happening in Germany. And it's why I get shocked. Total get shocked. I don't want to make it easy, but I don't want to make it simple. Wir waren einfach so in die Linie. 4 Leute waren da. Ich war also zum Testen, Corona-Test. Die 3 waren da. Und ein Mädchen. Und die haben gesagt, einer von die kann rein. Die 2 müssen da warten, bis ich da bist. Und dann habe ich gesagt, was ist los hier? Die Security haben mir gesagt, weil die dürfen nicht rein, weil die sind 4 Leute, die zusammen 20 Leute und die dürfen nicht zusammen reinkommen. Ich habe dem Mann gesagt, bist du okay? Bist du crazy? Weißt du, was das ist? Er meinte mir, ich bin nicht Rassist, ich bin auch Ausländer. I'm not racist, I'm also Ausländer.
Yeah.
Then I was crazy and mad. I have to call police and the police would tell me, ich kann nichts machen. Da muss ein anderer Police anrufen. Und der meinte mir, okay, ich rufe eine andere Police. Ist unglaublich. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was bad.
Anyway, we're going to cut it off here. Time is over. I know we spent more than 30 minutes today. So ladies and gentlemen, liebe Zuschauer, the whole discussion is all about we have to be together and love each other. Müssen wir einander leben. Wir sind alle Mensch. In dem Sinn müssen wir einfach so, jeder einfach so gucken als Mensch, nicht was anderes. This is what I want to say. But therefore, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for your time, and I hope to see you guys next time. It's unfortunate we spend more time as usual, but I think it's very important to have such time. And thank you so very much, Adama, for coming up and sharing your story with us. And Finia, thank you for being here today, sharing your opinion, and at the same time helping us to translate what Adama was explaining. You are amazing translator. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you so very much.